Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. This is Jayzan. This is Spellforce 2: Demons of the Past. Spellforce 2 was originally developed by Phenomic, and it's an RPG slash RTS type of game. And Spellforce 2: Demons of the Past is the seventh installment of the Spellforce 2 series. So if you haven't played like the first 6 parts of Spellforce 2, like me, actually, I haven't played any of the other parts, to be honest. It doesn't really seem to matter, aside from plot, because it kind of continues off with people's plots and stuff in this game. But the gameplay is pretty intuitive, and it doesn't really require knowledge of the previous 6 parts. It cracks me up. I almost want to say they're DLCs, but they're more like expansion packs, the other parts, including this one, and this one's pretty big so far. I gave it a bit of a play, probably about 2 hours or so worth of playing, just to get an idea of the game, to see what it's like, and yeah. So the whole point of this final Spellforce 2 Part 7 is to wrap up the other 6 parts that kind of leave the plot with some loose ends and that sort of stuff, and pave the way for the third Spellforce. There's a little bit of a history behind this company developed this. EA, who was in charge of Phenomic, they closed the doors back in July of last year, laying off about 60 employees, which left this game kind of in limbo, sort of half done. So they hired up another team. It's an Indian studio, Trine, under the lead of Joda Entertainment. The actual program, though, was done by Nordic Games and external resources. So they kind of threw, like, the resources at, like, I don't know, everybody they could just to try and get this thing finished. I guess they won't want to waste their potentially finished game. But, yeah, so the whole point of this is just, I guess, for them to not lose money off of their project. But, anyway, the game itself is pretty fun. Let's get into it. I'll show you it real quick. We'll continue off my campaign. I finished the first campaign. It was more of a tutorial. It teaches you your hero control and gives you kind of an RPG-ish feel, sort of like a Blizzard game. How they've been doing their games recently, RTS games, where you start off with a hero and it's more plot driven, and eventually you get to build your towns and stuff like that, and play it like an RTS. The leveling system in this game is a little bit more deep than like a Blizzard game. For instance, here's my party right now. I have these 3, and if I go in the inventory, they have full inventories like an RPG, and the equipment adds pretty interesting things. Like, well, I mean, it's obvious, just some damage and stuff, but this changes their offensive magic. This gives mana drain, and this gives healing regen or mana regen and healing power, which I'm gonna give to my healer right now. And yeah, so there's those, and then so this is the game. It really feels like a mod of like Warcraft. I mean, it's obviously not. It's completely different resources, and the graphics are completely different, but it plays like an RPG that you would be playing in Battle.net, like a really well-made one with good voice acting and stuff. But for instance, it says select my main guy. Let's start this quest. Alright, name written on top of the stones, herein below the name you read. It's normally voice acted, but I guess the stone doesn't talk. 3 people have been lost in the maze. I need a true messenger to find them and deliver my messages. Pay close attention. First, tell the one who's counting the minutes that it is time. Second, the lunatic gibberish. Makadabithe, Korpiajot. And third, you should state to one of them that you're the messenger. Alright. Person who's talking about time is time. And then Makabite. I'll just try to remember Makabite. And it'd be kind of those. Remember, the trial is completed. Give the messages. Otherwise, just start over again until you see it or die. Alright, let's do it. I don't have a choice anyway. So after you beat the first chapter, it puts you here.
The trial has begun. Good. Who are you? Where are you?
At these trials of this maze. Not much of a maze, but alright. So the controls, it doesn't appear to have hotkeys, which is kind of a pain in the ass, because you have to click on this when you want to like attack to location. It does have pretty decent AI though. It will attack on its own. It will fight on its own. And I haven't really had much problem in combat except for just wanting to send them to attack a location without pressing this button. The leveling system's pretty fun. Is that anything? As you get experience from quests. Pretty much, you don't get experience from killing things unless it's part of a quest. All right, who are you? I don't see any enemies in here, so we'll talk to the trader first. And yeah, so you have the resources up here for your city building stuff, and a mount that I haven't acquired yet. And it's a pretty extensive skill tree. Okay, this is the gibberish guy. Makrabae.
Are you kidding me? Bastard!
What? Why did they? I don't know why they ran off. As I'm talking like up about the AI, my guys just go wandering off. Am I supposed to kill him? I guess so. Alright, so we have the skills down here, which won't autocast. It will autocast heals though. Oh, that used a lot of her mana. Alright. Killed the gibberish guy. Is there anything in here? Okay. Alright, there's one here and one here, it looks like. So we're just gonna walk there. And there's your buildings and stuff, which I'm assuming there'll be more city building and the stuff down later after I finish these trials. But yeah, the voice acting is pretty decent. The plot's alright. Probably the fact that I entered on the 7th installment is a reason why I'm not that invested in the plot. But yeah, but the sound effects are good. The music's good.
Why are you here? Your face isn't familiar. Maybe you're a bandit. You want to take my money? Ha!
Yeah, this is the messenger.
How did you find me?
I am the messenger.
The messenger? You're not a robber?
No.
What about that other guy? The one with the big sword? Are you sure?
Not robbers, no. But we still might show you what happens if you continue your nonsense. You see, the dragon blood, it boils over sometimes.
It's just... I have this difficult task.
What the hell are you talking about?
Pass on a message to someone, and I have to make sure it gets to the right person. Now,
Yeah, give me it. I'll make sure it gets to him or her.
Meant to receive it.
What? No address? Not even a name?
Feel free to look inside.
Ah, whatever. I'll do it.
Don't forget, give it only to the right person.
Well, good luck with that, me. Alright, so say the combat is pretty entertaining. There's a fair amount of quests. In my last one, there were pretty much quests the entire mission. I think I did like 7 or 8 quests during the thing. Side quests, that is. And then a few main quests. Which partly included building the city and that sort of stuff. The structure design, the RTS aspect, is really kind of lacking. I pretty much was able to build everything immediately and demolish all of the enemies.
Is it noon already? Nah, it doesn't matter. It can arrive any time. I have to be ready. 1, 2, maybe.
It is time.
This is goodbye.
You have completed this trial.
Yeah, that's how great I am. Would she kill herself?
Now open. Proceed.
I guess it's time to commit suicide. Alright.
Saw that portal at the entrance of the maze.
So, completed a quest, got some money. Yeah, there's shops also that let you buy equipment for your characters. There's the scroll, which I haven't really found a need for so far. Alright, so second trial. There's a name written on top of the stone. Ellen. Below the name you read. The hunt begins here, stranger. Hunt or be hunted. But beware, the predator on ice is easy prey in the desert. Adapt or fail. Alright, so I gotta kill enemies with their proper environments. Or proper opposite environments. Alright, so I got 600 experience. Didn't level me up, but it's alright. I hope I level up during this video so I can show you the way the leveling system works. Alright, so those just look like straightforward enemies. So we'll just melee fight them until they're dead. I'm not even gonna cast any magic. Oh, it's a level 15 Hornet. Alright, I am gonna cast magic. Alright, let's stun his ass. I'm gonna hit you with that nuke. Yeah, that was good. Alright, so what'd I get? Life Gen melee damage. Can't equip it because it's too high level for me. Alright, so I'm gonna let my heal me. So Hunter Spider. I'll probably have to pull it out of its nest. Okay. So yeah, this is sort of what Spellforce is. You have your quests, your unit building. Oh yeah, I was talking about the RTS aspect. The buildings are not very complex. I mean, it's probably about the same quantity of buildings that's in Warcraft, but it's just too simple. It's very simplistic. It's like build this guy and you get an archer and a knight. I mean, it's very similar to Warcraft's building style, but something about it just lacks. Probably the maybe it was just the difficulty on the first level that made it feel like it was lacking. Pulling that away. And maybe it'll get more challenging, but right now it's incredibly easy once you start getting people, like troops, because it's very easy to unbalance the game. I'm like barely hurting this bastard. Oh, it's the little guys, that's why. Okay, healer needs to get back. Do it yourself. But yeah, if you want an easy RTS RPG hybrid that's fairly entertaining, go for it. I mean, it's not that difficult, and it's not bad at all. The game's actually pretty fun. I'm actually enjoying myself. I've played a lot of really bad RTSs, and this is not one of them. Would I say run out and grab it? Maybe not, but I think the price point's proper. And yeah, I mean, you can probably check it out if you want. Alright. Alright, so I killed the spider. My guys are healing. Oh, that's one thing. The health is a little bit too high, in my opinion. Like 2,900 health, is that necessary? It just, I don't know. I don't really have a liking for, and like my warrior has 6,000 health. I don't really have a liking for having enormous numbers in like anything, in damage or health or anything. I like to start off small. It makes you feel like you have a sense of progress. When you start off doing like tens of thousands of damage and have 5,000 health, which is pretty close to where I started. Alright, so I got a stalker here. It kind of feels like it's catering to children who like to see big, crazy, wild numbers, because that's generally where I see a lot of that kind of design, where it's like you start off and you making iron $52,000 off your like first quest. It's like, okay, it's I don't know. Big numbers don't mean jack if he starts off huge. It just kind of defeats the sense of progress. So yeah, this is Spellforce 2. You can get this on Steam on the 18th, and I think I would recommend it. I think it's fun enough to play. The plot is okay. The gameplay is entertaining. It's more fun than a lot of other stuff that's out right now, and it's an actually complete game. It's not none of the early access stuff, which is nice for a change, as there's been so much early access being released. Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on early access at some point on my opinions on that. But yeah, so thanks guys for watching. This is Spellforce 2. Let me know what you think about the video, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day.